Hey yo guys, this is Jared aka the Saint of Sins on Xbox Live, bringing you some more MLB thoughts for April 15th, 2012. And today we are going to be wrapping up the weekend series before we head off into a new week in baseball. Really quickly, yesterday proved to be absolutely fortuitous for me as I went 10-5. My biggest thrill was possibly seeing the Colorado Rockies come back in the bottom of the ninth to secure my pick, as Jhoulys Chacin was taken out of the game early thanks in large part to a long rain delay in the fifth. With that win, I now go back into being positive on the season. I now sit at 63-62. So let's build on this and keep pushing forward. So here are today's matchups. In Toronto, Kyle Drabek takes on Brian Mattis. I'm rolling with the Blue Jays despite dropping the first two. J.A. Happ takes on Anibal Sanchez in Miami. This one I flip-flopped on a bit, but I'm going to settle on Houston as my choice. Mike Leake in Washington faces off against Ross Detweiler. And though they've burned me twice now, I'm still picking the Reds. Brandon Beachy faces off against Chris Narveson in Atlanta, and I'm rolling with Atlanta to finish off the sweep. Down at Citizens Bank Ballpark, the game I'll be watching with intent this evening, Cole Hamels takes to the mound to face off against Mike Pelfrey. I've got to believe with this weekend's Phillies offense, Pelfrey's got to pitch strong here. He's got to be dominant. Anything less than 6 shutout innings from Pelf, and he is done. So I'm rolling with the Mets and waving my homer flag. Over at Fenway, Matt Moore takes to the mound to face off against Felix Doubront, and I'm rolling with Tampa to avoid the sweep and put the Red Sox back into their land of misery. Ubaldo Jimenez takes to the mound to face off against the Royals' Luis Mendoza. I've got my pick rolling on a Cleveland sweep. The White Sox send up Chris Sale to the mound to face off against Rick Porcello, and though they've burned me twice as well, I'm still rolling with Detroit. I can't buy into the idea that they're going to get swept by the White Sox, who may not even be in contention by the end of this season. Out in Target Field, Liam Hendriks takes to the mound to face off against Neftali Feliz. I'm rolling with Texas for the sweep. Jake Westbrook takes to the mound to face off against the Cubbies' Paul Maholm in what I predict will be a victory for the Cardinals. The Rockies rookie Drew Pomeranz takes to the mound to face off against Trevor Cahill. I typically like to avoid picking any rookies making their major league debut, and will continue that trend here, siding with the D-backs. Ryan Vogelsong takes to the mound to face off against the Pirates' Kevin Correa. I'm placing my faith in him to get the job done and send Pittsburgh out of San Francisco with at least one win in AT&T Ballpark. In Seattle, Blake Beavan takes to the mound to face off against Graham Godfrey, and after his performance in Texas, I'm siding with Blake Beavan to get the decision for the Mariners. Once more with feeling in Los Angeles, as the Dodgers send up Clayton Kershaw to face off against Edinson Volquez. This time there is no stomach flu to save the Padres from seeing Kershaw through the entire stretch of this game. Give me the Dodgers to sweep. And finally in New York, Ivan Nova takes to the mound to face off against the Angels' Jerome Williams. Saddle me up with another Yankees victory. Glancing over some of the big news that rolled out of Saturday night, we look down to San Francisco, where they might just be closerless for quite some time, as Brian Wilson goes down with a right elbow injury that MRIs have revealed structural damage. The team is still hopeful that they can get something out of this, possibly a late season return, and are therefore looking for other opinions before taking any drastic actions. As far as I'm concerned, Wilson is done for the season. They can get a second, third, and a fourth opinion, and it's likely going to come down to him needing Tommy John surgery, if not Now it will affect him next year. My best bet here would be the Giants play it smart, have him sit down for this season, and have him come back healthy next. Also in Mark Pryor's Fantasy League news, Jacoby Ellsbury was placed on the 15-day disabled list Saturday because of a partially dislocated right shoulder, an injury he sustained on Friday's game at Fenway Park. Preliminary reports had suggested he could miss as much as 6 weeks, but yesterday Bobby Valentine stepped forward and said he wasn't going to speculate about the length of Ellsbury's absence. It's still unclear if he'll need surgery, but for my money's worth, he'll be ready to roll in 2 months' time. And that's going to do it for this edition of MLB Thoughts. I will see you guys later. Peace.